Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Amon Green, Green Bay Packers all-time leading rusher, and you're watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Packer content. Go Pack, go!
What's up, guys? Welcome into When Running That Mouth Goes Wrong. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Join alongside Tim in Green Bay. We got Emilio in Tennessee here to talk about this Packers win over the Chicago Bears, 28-21. Belt to ass. It's a fun game to watch, boys. I cannot wait for 2 weeks to see these two teams lock horns again. I want to tip my cap to the Bears. I do want to do that. Because they are, to me, they're not the fraudulent team that some of us were thinking they may have been. They're not the world beaters that Bears fans think they are, but they're definitely a step in the right direction. But boy, oh boy, there's nothing better than watching Matt LaFleur throw that handshake on Ben Johnson at the end. He gave him the old, run that damn mouth again, little boy, and patted him on the back, shoved him out of the way, and went on back to the locker room. So love this win. Some key statistics. And then I'll let you guys have the floor, get your take, your initial thoughts. I know the chat's filling up. If you guys would smash that like button for us, we greatly appreciate y'all hanging out with us in the postgame show. Middle eight, Green Bay 7-3. Turnover differential, I had it down 1-0, but it's actually 1-1 with that game-ending interception by Keyshawn Nixon. Green Bay Packers come away 28-21. Let's go around the horn with Emilio. We'll start with you, man. How do you feel about this win? Again, I think it was a great game. A lot of fun to watch, back and forth. Blood pressure got up a couple times. Ton of calls that didn't get made. We could talk about that till the cows come home. It's frustrating as hell watching Micah Parsons literally get put in chokehold after chokehold. Forget the rip move. There's no rip move. Parsons does not do a rip move. He literally takes the edge, stays low, and they've got hands around his neck. It's wild. But go ahead, Emilio. What you got, man?
Man, I don't know how much more I could scream at the TV about that, Clay. It was a great game. Yeah, it was back and forth. We had the lead there. I think everybody kept fighting. Our offense kind of, struggled a little bit in the second there. Defense kept us in it. You get past that early pick from Jordan. Tough look there. He kind of was in between there. I think he was honestly looking at Golden, but was thinking, hey, the running back's wide open. Let me get it to him, and kind of just ended in the middle. But you get past that, you fight through it, and that was looming large right in the middle eight and turnover numbers until, like you said, the last play of the game. Defense comes through, bend, don't break. Just a hard-fought game, cold game, everything we needed to see from this team. You saw it. They were fighting.
Yeah. Tim, how you feeling about this, big dog?
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I mean, you could see the boys were gassed on defense after that long drive from the Bears, and great job by our offense. Josh Jacobs doing what he needs to do. Jordan Love doing what he needs to do. Put a decent drive together, get the go-ahead touchdown, and defense doing what it needed to do, right? Like we said, bend, don't break. We're all going to remember the game-sealing pick for Keyshawn Nixon. A lot of you Keyshawn Nixon haters should be apologizing to him right now, but we cannot forget the stop on 3rd and 1 by Kingsley and Igbari, shooting in and stopping that ball carrier. Really tilted the balance there on that last drive for the Bears.
Stuck him, Tim.
Stuck him nasty. That might have been the hit of the game there, if not a few from Javon Bullard and Edrin Cooper as well. And I thought Quay Walker played really good for his first game back from the Stinger. So pleased with the team. We beat the refs and the Bears today, guys. I'm happy.
Absolutely.
Happy, man.
Yeah, and listen, I don't like to talk about the refs. I hate to be the one to have to do it, because if someone doesn't say something, you get these self-righteous fans that are, quit blaming the refs. No, if someone doesn't point it out and it don't get loud enough, it continues to happen. And sooner or later, the league's got to do something about these holds on Micah Parsons. It's absolutely wild. As a matter of fact, I've got the screen grab that I sent out right here just to show you what I'm talking about. And it wasn't just us. It was, you guys remember me talking about the Play Caller podcast by Jordan Rodriguez. She actually tweeted out, I'm not the type of that should have been a call person, but are they not choking out? She said, whatever. I think she said choking or something like that. Micah Parsons every play. Look at this right here. This was on the huge play where one of the huge plays where Caleb scrambles to the right. How is this not a hold? He literally has him by the throat. and no call. And you can see Micah stopped complaining. Micah's just like, damn, what do I do? What do I do to get a call? It's wild. So, again, that's what you dealt with today. The guy's talking about having to play the officials as well. It's so freaking true. It's frustrating, but also it's a little bit trying to think of the right way to say this. It makes me feel really good about this team that you were able to still go out there and beat the Bears tonight, even though it seemed like every questionable call went again. Was there one call where you felt like, man, the Packers caught a break there? There may have been. I'm just not remembering it. Do you guys remember one call where it was like –
I was just pleased that they actually called the neutral zone infraction there on our last touchdown drive, because that surprised me. I thought they were going to try and take that one on us the way the game had been going. So congratulations for the one call that you guys got right.
Yeah, the Bears went four penalties, 17 yards. Packers went 6 for 55. I mean, there
you go.
And all of our 55 were, either a conversion or something like that. It was never anything that was minor.
Yeah. Caterpillar with the super chat, $28.21. Thank you for doing the score there, buddy. We appreciate you. 3 notes from the game. 1, Jordan Love is him. Jordan Love, 17 of 25, 234 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, was sacked 1 time. Number 2, I don't know what I was smoking when I wanted Enigbare traded at the deadline. Love that you pulled the receipts on yourself. Mad respect there, Caterpillar, because he did, man. There was a couple times he cleaned people's clocks in the backfield. Number 3, the Bears still suck. Oh, and Micah can't get a holding call to save his life. LMAO. Thank you for the super there, Caterpillar.
We saw Rashawn getting held too, right? It's not exclusive to Micah. I mean, there were a lot of guys getting held on that line tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, what do you guys think about Enigbare? How do y'all feel about his play tonight? Because again, I think everybody played pretty well. Again, Ben Johnson is a hell of a play caller. I cannot stand him as a human being. I think he is everything that's wrong with someone that just kind of, you could tell Matt LaFleur was irked by the fact, and the rest of the coaches were irked. And even people on the pregame shows were like, that's kind of weird. You take a shot at a coach and you ain't coached one damn game as a head coach yet. Right now, he changed his tune all week, but I've got to tip my cap to Ben Johnson's play column. And that leak, that Y or the U coming all the way across the formation was a thing of beauty. But again, what do y'all think about Enigbare kind of blowing up some runs here tonight?
Tim, he crushed it, didn't he? I mean, when he stuck Caleb, I was screaming, just absolutely just wadded him. And I think JJ really did have a great game. I think he maybe got a stinger. He was a little stiff after that sack. And then afterwards, he just kind of tore it up when needed that. He beat Ozzie Trapillo with Boston College. Maybe half had a little insight there. If we can get inside on the man, you can beat him. But you just stick Monungai, who had been kind of laying the boom a little bit going forward on a lot of them. I'm glad he was able to stop him in his tracks. And that was the game right there. The fact that you're able to stand him, you have to – I mean, the only play call Ben Johnson has is roll out to the left or roll out to the right, because Caleb cannot throw in the pocket. I mean, he had one pass in the pocket, and they go, wow, that was his best throw of the game right there, a laser. It was like a 12-yard pass on a curl route.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
And it looked like a knuckleball, too.
Congratulations. So, I'm happy that we handled them there.
I agree. I think Enigbare, I mean, we're on a 4-game heater, guys, 4-game win streak as of today. And I think you look back at the last month, the way he's played football for us, he's just getting better every week. He's a guy that, I don't know if we get snap counts yet, and I'm sure we'll get him soon, but every rep he gets, he maximizes it. He's going 100% out there. And I think today we needed help in that run game the most, and he showed up in a big way. You think of Enigbare, you think of a pass rusher. You even think of a coverage guy, but, sticking it in the run game today to the Chicago Bears makes you feel really good about him.
Yeah. Enigbare on the day, 4 solo tackles, a sack, and a tackle for a loss. Just a dominant performance there, man. Again, especially for someone who's not a starter, right? Just coming in. And it's easy to go, well, how come Micah wasn't having that kind of success? How come Gary's not having that kind of success? Enigbare coming in with fresh legs after these guys are gassed on those long drives is another reason, right? But again, great game from Enigbare.
And Micah was the sacrifice on Enigbare's sack. I mean, he came in, crushed and pinched in on the tackle there, just looped it open for Enigbare.
Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat, Caterpillar. Appreciate you. Gray Matters 06 with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. Says, whatever the conversation rate is, $10 for the celebration fund and $10 for the Bell Fund for the Packer fan in Chicago. We need to check on – that was Cannonball John, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We need to check in. We need a welfare check. John, please post in the chat if you were here, sir. He said he was going to a Chicago Bears bar with Packer gear on, Emilio. That's what was going on there.
Yeah,
so.
I'll back him up. Let me get the sombrero down.
Thank you for the super chat, Gray. Appreciate you, man. Congratulations on the win. Paige and Dr. Crutch with the super chat. Thank you so much. Not beating Matt LaFleur twice this year. Go, Pack, go. Ran that mouth too early, didn't he?
Heard it from a fan right here.
Love it. We got Clint C with the super chat. What a great win. I think that's very well said. Again, this is one of those type of wins that now everybody can stop pretending like the Bears are the best team in the potentially in the NFC and the best team in the North. Now we can get back to business. Let's back up next week. Let's go out, focus on going 1-0 again, and then go back into Chicago 2 weeks from now. I think we're going to have a little bit of Chicago's number. The adjustment that Ben Johnson made in the second half, Hafley has that on tape now, right? So now there comes a point, guys, where the play caller and the OC, or in this case, Ben Johnson, who is the play caller and the head coach, he's got to look up and go, okay, we've shown them this, we've shown them that, we've shown them this, we've shown them that. I need my quarterback to win the ball game. And Caleb is not going to sit in that pocket and win you the ball game. You've seen the arm talent, although that ball did somehow go through Keyshawn Nixon's hands and just stick in the receiver. But it's just one of those things that I think that next time Ben Johnson's got to decide, okay, do we stick with what was working in the second half against Green Bay, or do we change it up? But nonetheless, great win. Thank you, Clint. Appreciate the super chat. Randy Steen, been a member for 8 months, said if Caleb reset, he had number 2 for the touchdown easily. Whoo, go Pack, go. We'll have to go back and watch the tape on that, but appreciate you, Randy. H.E. Soder with the super chat. You knew what type of day it was going to be like when they took the Evan Williams strip off the board. That was such a weird call. Like,
yeah,
the fact that they wrote it incomplete, right?
Yeah,
and the ball never hit the ground, right? Like they
kind of like the Musgrave catch that they took away from Musgrave.
They collided. Evan Williams rips the ball out of his hands. It never goes to the ground. Evan Williams has the ball, rolls over on his back. It's kind of like Keyshawn Nixon's fumble recovery in the playoff game last year. Rolls over on his back, he's got the ball, and then the Chicago Bear knocks it out of his hands while he's laying on his back down, obviously by contact. They ruled incomplete. That was wild to me. But, yeah, I think that's very well said. So did you guys see that play the same way?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the only reason, Tim, if he had just held on to it instead of trying to present it to the ref, he would have been fine, right? If it was just in his hand the whole time, pick, they can't be fighting it. That was the first sign right there. I knew we were gonna have problems with the ref. Yep. Like, all right, here we go.
Yep, absolutely. And the fact that we also saw plenty of times that the Bears picked up a lot of extra yardage on some of those runs when forward progress was stopped and the play should have been blown dead. I mean, you're talking 2, 3, 4 seconds, and they get an extra push, they get an extra shove, and they get the extra yardage. It was just, it was almost like you felt like, we used to feel about Kansas City with the refs. It kind of felt that way today with the Bears. Felt a little one-sided.
Yeah, Donovan Schilling. And again, thank you, Soder, for the super chat. Donovan Schilling with the super chat. Best parlay of my life hit on that Jacobs touchdown. 146. My money on a few things, including that Aaron Rodgers rushing touchdown. Go Pack. I love it.
Scared money don't make money.
Yeah, how about 12? About 12 or 8? I'm sorry, helping you make some money too today. That's
come on now. He had the wheels on that one, Clay. And he delayed it too. He was sitting back there for a second, man.
And when we went
not to take the cutback, he ran right to the pylon. He would have got clobbered.
When we went off the air during the pregame show, we had to accept the fact that Baltimore was winning. Like, okay, let's assume Baltimore wins this game, but the Steelers came back and won that ball game, didn't they? So absolutely awesome, man. So glad. Congratulations, Donovan. Go pay that light bill this month. All right, it's getting cold out here, Bob. Appreciate you. And we got Doug with the super chat. The game chat we had between Chris, Joe, Nick, and St. Bates, my nickname, all right, was stellar. Love the collab we had going. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Thank you for the super. Appreciate you. And we got King Tron in the house with the super chat. Buy new luggage for that BTA to take home Chicago.
Built to ass. BTA. Know what I'm saying?
No,
love it. That's going to be I know that's a short flight back home, but that's going to feel like a long flight, I believe.
Get ready to go.
Get ready to go. Hope you brought an extra carry-on for that L. Carry it back home.
King Tron with another super chat. Count it that 4-0 against NFC North opponents and 3 in a row. Boy, they were running circles last year when we got swept, right? When what we won one NFC North game last year.
Yep.
Whole different ball game this year, boys. Whole different ball game. Great point there, John. I forgot that they're 4-0 in the NFC North so far.
Come on now.
Absolutely awesome. Goose with the super chat. Good to see you, Goose. He says, "Isn't it against the rules to push a runner?" It used to be, Goose, but they changed it. If you're talking about assisting the runners, what he's talking about, right?
Right.
Behind. It used to be, and I wish they'd go back to that rule. For the longest time, the league had to abide by that rule. So now you get a lot of the stats that are kind of unfairly inflated today as opposed to back in the day. But yeah, you're allowed to assist the runner now, which I hate. I hate that rule. And I've noticed that too, did you notice how there was somebody that went on the ground, nobody touched him, and Coop stood over and was going to punch the ball out, and the official blew him dead. And it was
without being contacted. And that's why Cooper was doing that. That was a know the rules moment.
Exactly.
We know the rules better than the officials, apparently.
And he looked at the official like, what the hell? But boy, oh boy, if they stack up their running back and we got 5 defenders holding them up, they'll let that thing go. They'll let it
Oh,
play.
yeah, 20 minutes. If they're pushing and shoving, he's still standing, I'm going to let that thing ride. It's like –
And I'm just this bad of a person. If I'm watching the officials allow them to do that, you know what I'm doing? If I'm in the backside of that pile and that runner's there, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm not proud of it, but this is just the person I am. I'm going to raise my foot just enough, and I'm going to take my cleats right down the back of that calf as long as he's standing there. And you just, hey, you want to keep driving us? I'm going to drive you, but I'm going to cut that shin all to hell, and we're going to take you to the ground is what we're going to do right here. I'm telling you, that stuff drives me insane, man. Absolutely insane. But, again, when you see a pile – literally get stood up, stopped for 3 seconds, and all of a sudden a big hog molly comes and hits him from behind, and now, okay, the play's back on. Get away from me with that crap, man. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Jerry with the super chat. How about Musgrave? Loved his contribution. Amen. I thought he caught that ball.
Me too.
I think so too.
The ball touched the ground, but you guys know we've seen that roll to catch so many times. And it wasn't moving when it touched the ground, right? It was stationary against his chest, but I thought Musgrave had a good game too, man. How'd y'all feel about Musgrave's performance?
I thought he was, I thought he was a dog. He running those routes, got separation, got held on that one a little bit. They get away with it, don't get a call. He's balling out there. I don't think he got as many snaps. Let me see if I can pull him up there, but I think he still had a pretty decent game for where we've had him at, Musgrave.
Yeah, I've got his stats.
Our tight ends had a great game today, actually. Wiley looked good out there. Fitzpatrick too. Yeah, they all put in a nice game together.
Yeah, it looked like Musgrave, 2 catches for 22 yards, had a long of 12. One of those plays was a pretty key play, if I remember correctly, too.
PFF actually had him as this is their 4th best graded players right now at the moment. He had an 80.8 with 21 total plays, 9 passes, 12 run blocks.
Let's go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. We have got a bunch of people in here hanging out. Appreciate y'all making us a part of your post-game festivities. We've actually got on YouTube 280 people watching, only 54 likes. Y'all do us a big favor. Smash that like button. Let's boost the algorithm and watch the view count go way up right here. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us and taking a second to do that. Thank you, Jerry, for the super chat. I agree. Tim, how'd you feel about Musgrave, man? Pretty good game, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's, put together a couple of decent games these past few weeks, which is right on time, right? We got no Tuck Norris the rest of the way. So this is a good time for 88 to get hot out there. And, he may be finding his groove and his role in this offense now that he's getting more snaps than he had been previously. So good to see him. Hands certainly look a lot better. He had that one. I don't even think that was a drop. I think he had a catch and it was punched out on another one. I'm sure we'll see it when we watch all 22, but I'm pretty happy with the way Musgrave has been playing because I know a lot of fans were kind of down on him for a while. Rightfully so. He's struggled. He's had his ups and downs, but I think he's a tough football player and he's certainly playing through it and trending in the right direction right now, especially after today.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they're using him to his strengths, right? You're seeing deep climb routes, things like that. They're not asking him to block in the trenches. So again, I think he's under contract for one more year? Am I thinking right, guys? Or is it 2 more years? This year and next year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this year and next year, I believe. Yeah. So what I would like to see him do is convert him to wide receiver. That's what I would like to see, is just let him play wide receiver, and incorporate him that way. And I know you love the matchup of a tight end, but they don't see him like a tight end. When he goes on the field, defenses aren't going, okay, watch out for 88. He's going to knock us on our ass. They see him as a wide receiver. So
what was nice about that, though, was on Jacobs' last run on that duo RPO there, Musgrave was that nub tight end. on the opposite trips there. All right, they're wide 9. They're thinking pass set here. We're thinking pass route. It wasn't a great block, wasn't a perfect block. Get a hold of him, chip him enough. I mean, the play wasn't to your side, and that's all you need. So, but yeah, you're right, Clay. That's they think, all right, pass every time Musgrave's out there, we're passing, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you're kind of pointing out that the opposite effect there is if he is lined up on a nub right, maybe the secondary is a little more hesitant to bite on the run because he may leak out, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, makes sense for sure. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. Appreciate you. Randy Steen with the super. Can't wait to watch Chicago post-game stuff all night. It's funny you say that, Randy. That's my tradition.
Mm-hmm.
When we get through with the post-game show and I lay down if it's a big win, especially against a division rival. Detroit has been the victim this year, obviously. Man, I lay down. Let's go listen to their post-game show. There's just something about it, man. Those tears are – Tim, they're just delicious. You know what I mean, man? Right there, right in the old cup.
Get the mug out.
Thank you for the super, Randy. Appreciate you. Michael Diesel Train with the super chat. Thanks, sir. Jaden Reed is that dude, and we have not seen how to use Musgrave. He is an asset in the right way. Huge up, kind of what we were just talking about. But Jaden Reed, boys, he played limited snaps, right? That's why we seen Bo Melton out there. Did we see Matthew Golden at all?
Yeah,
a couple times.
Okay,
he might have been the target on that Jordan Love pick early in the game. Might have been it's either to Golden or Chris Brooks, I think, on that.
I want to talk about that because go ahead, Emilio. What's your
I was just going to say I had Matthew Golden on 5 snaps on PFF.
Okay, so they wanted him as a backup, right? Let's get Jaden Reed back out there, blah, blah, blah. They probably put him in the game, maybe either didn't like the way he felt or, hey, let's don't push it. Let's get Bo a snap. And how cool was it seeing Bo Melton catch that touchdown pass? It's just absolutely awesome. So, so with Golden, that target, the way I seen it, and I know Jordan got raked over the coals, it's almost like a Texas combo, right? We always talk about Texas, right? So you have a route going across the middle. It's a high-low read, and then you've got like a little angle route underneath with the running back. I think Jordan dropped back, wanted to go to Golden, last second decided, oh, crap, no, and then was going to try to get it to Brooks and just threw it in between. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those deals. So
that's exactly how I saw it. And because it looked open for a second there with Golden, and then just how the backer kept backpedaling. All right, let me reel it down. And it just slipped on him, just kind of went, right there in between. But again, fighting back from that early in the game, all right, there's so much time left. Let's, brush that off. And Jordan, just the kind of player that he is, to be able to kick that to the side and keep going. And then put up 3 tutties, no problem, and we're off.
Yeah.
I like to Michael's point about Reed. I like the fact that first play of the game, we're going to Bird. And we went to him early and often to get him, involved and, get the wheels turning, even with him being on a snap count. I feel like every time we saw Reed on the field, I feel like we got a high-quality rep out of him.
Yep.
I mean, he looked good on some of those jet motions. We saw him carrying the ball. We saw him making catches. Looked like a guy that hasn't missed, the last few months of football, really. He looked pretty good to me out there.
Tim, to that point, 25 snaps. They have him at a 74 flat grade right now, 17 pass, 2 runs, 6 run blocks. He was tearing it up.
I love it.
Yeah, so his stats on the day, Jaden Reed, 4 targets, 4 catches, 31 yards, and he also had 2 carries for 22 yards. I mean, you're talking about when he touched the ball there, so you had what? You had 5 touches for 53 yards, so you're averaging over 10 yards a touch. Let's go, man. That's going to open this offense up tremendously. And again, you dropped 28 points tonight in a cold game against a bad defense, in my opinion. But again, you did see him take the ball away like we were worried about. I think that was more of, like I said, just kind of a tweener throw last second, try to pull it down or hit underneath mistake. But appreciate you, Michael. Thank you for the super chat. Gray Matter 2006 with the super chat. Having Kraft has been a good chance for Musgrave to work on his game. Now is his chance. We kind of talked about that earlier in the year with Musgrave. The reason that we fell in love with Kraft and he took over that number 1 spot is because Musgrave got hurt, right? And Tucker Kraft just took that job and ran with it. Well, now Musgrave's getting a chance to win a little bit of it back. But I think we would all agree, too, that they're 2 different tight ends, right? I mean, Tucker Kraft is that traditional inline attach, smack people in the mouth. Luke Musgrave is that, flex them out wide, try to find those mismatches. You can line them up at tight end and run a little mesh concept or a crossers concept, and that's where he's going to make his money for sure. So, but I agree though, Gray Matter. I think Musgrave has had a chance to kind of sit back and see someone play it at a very high level in Tucker Kraft. So,
right.
Yeah, thank you for the super, Gray. Hardy the Prophet, been a member for 14 months, says, hey, Clay, I don't see that Bears fan that was talking poopy on your post last week, and I posted his receipts on X. Kind of funny, is he gone? It's amazing how they disappear. I mean, they're just gone. Now, I will tell you this, Hardy. We're going to do a Victory Monday tomorrow. And at some point, I'm going to do a live stream, and it's going to be all receipts. We get the Recibos bookmarked. All right. I'm telling you, I look like a damn librarian. Libertarian librarian. I look like a librarian over here with all these bookmarks. I'm just telling you, man, they are loaded to the gills. So I'll try to do that in the afternoon tomorrow. We'll just do literally a bookmark episode of PTA. And it's going to be a blast. But yeah, if you run him down, Hardy, send him my way, man. Send him over here. Tell him to hop into the post-game show. We haven't seen any Bears fans in the post-game show, have we? Y'all seen any?
Get ready to go.
Oh, okay. Maybe not. Thank you, Hardy. Appreciate you, buddy. Boz with the super chat. Thank you, Boz. Congrats on 7,000 subs. Tell your friends about PTA nerds. I think he's calling us nerds, which is right. 100% correct there.
Totally true.
Yeah. It's funny how the term football nerd is considered a compliment in my house.
I was just going to say that's like the best compliment we've gotten tonight. Thanks, Boz.
Yeah, definitely. We cracked 7,000 subs and we are rolling. It's all because you guys continue to, first of all, watch the show, hit like, obviously sharing the stream with people. I mean, we got a bunch of people in here right now, and thank y'all for smashing that like button. We got up to 123 likes, 267 watching live. Got over 500 on X right now too. If y'all would, if you just jumped in, take a quick second, smash that like button for us. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Boz. You're the man. H.E. Soder with the super. Is there a reason that Matt LaFleur went so heavy running left in the second and third when it wasn't working? Right side seemed to be getting much better push. It's a good question, Soder. I didn't like how they opened up the second half personally. You went 3 and out. Who would like that, right? Yeah. But it's just one of those things for me that if you come out and you try to run the ball in the second half, right out of the gate, and I'm talking specifically about one, specific drive. But if you come out and you try to run the ball and it don't work, I'm like, hey, we should have passed there, right? If you come out and pass and it falls incomplete, well, why didn't we stick with the run? I fall guilty to that as much as anyone. I didn't specifically notice anything about which side was working better than the other personally. I do feel like the Bears were really selling out to the run with their front seven, but they were keeping a shell over the top most of the day too. So it's like that was – how many times did you see Jordan can to a run? Right.
Or can to a different run. Like maybe we had something, to a side and he didn't like what he saw. I felt like that was happening a lot, that he was just changing protections and changing blocking schemes with some of those cans, and we just stuck with the run.
Yeah. And again, I think it was a good call game. I mean, you had Josh Jacobs, 20 carries, 86 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Reed, 2 carries, 22 yards. Manuel Wilson, 3 for 10. So you finished the day 26 carries, 117 yards. I think you averaged more per carry than the Bears did, and the Bears have one of the best running games or running offenses in the league, obviously. So Josh Jacobs definitely got the running game going. Boy, there was a couple cutbacks Josh made. It was just like, holy cow, man. What a phenomenal football.
Yeah, when he put his foot in the ground on that last run there to get him set up for his rushing touchdown, and you got 3 dudes around you, you put your foot in the ground, you got to get north at some point, and he did it. And I was just taking a peek. It looks like middle right, they have him at 7 attempts for 32 yards, and then they are it does look like the average on the left side was a little bit lower. We did attempt it a few more, but we also had a couple of the, like Jaden Reed's explosive came on the right, with the end around coming on the right side. So that's maybe why the right side looks like it had a little bit more yardage, but
got it. Thank you for looking that up, man. Thank you for the super chat, Soder. Appreciate you. Josh Martin with the super. 1 year, big difference. 1-5 last year in the division to undefeated this year so far. Was a lot closer game than I expected. Thank you for the super, Josh. Yeah, this is kind of what I expected, as I said in the pregame show. It just felt like one of those games, and like I actually said, if you may be able to beat them even with a -1 turnover differential. Like I felt like we're the better team, but they take the ball away. And if you turn the ball over, it's so hard to win, but you still probably win a close game. Obviously, the line was setting at 6.5. Packers covered with 7 points. So Vegas was all over it. How do you guys feel about that? Did y'all expect it to not be that close, or did y'all feel like that's kind of played out how the way you expected there?
Oh, I thought it was going to be a close game for sure. I was actually surprised that we got as many points on the board as we did. I think I mentioned that in the pregame that I thought maybe it'd be kind of a grinder, 17-14 type of game or something like that. So we'll take 28-21 all day. But I had a feeling we were in for for a nail biter for sure.
Got it.
Yeah, and it was a battle, and yeah, you get out there. We already got the brooms out for the Lions. Coming out 4-0 in the division is huge, and you quadrupled where you were last year, right? So you got to start with your division. That's the only way to get yourself out of here, guaranteed. So I'm glad that it's worked out. Matt's coaching them up, players are playing, and everyone was fighting. So it was big win. See him in a short time here. 13 days?
Yeah, good morale, right? Getting a big win like this at home.
Yep.
And then you got 2 tough games on the road here the next 2 weeks. So
fans were killing it. They were. Yeah. You heard them screaming that 4th and 1. Keep them on their edge. Everybody's got to be in it. Do your 111.
Yep. Fans showed up and showed out today. That was great.
Yeah, they did, man. It was loud. There was a couple times I was like, "Holy cow!" They were rocking over there, man. So appreciate everybody who sat out there in the code that may be watching this live or watching it later. Just so damn proud of this fan base too, man. It was just it was a cool week seeing everybody rally together around this cocky Chicago Bears fan base for sure. So, but yeah, thank you for the super chat, Josh. Appreciate you. Mike Witt with the super says, "Howdy, boys. So happy right now. Was at the bar watching the game, and when Keyshawn picked it, I have never heard a bar louder. Go Pack, go. P.S. The refs suck today. Call a hold on one already. Jesus." All right, and I will say this. When Keyshawn picked that pass, first of all, when Caleb let it go and that thing put that upward trajectory, I was like, oh, no. I thought of last week. Remember when he hit, I think it was Colston Loveland late in the game, right? I'm like, oh, no. And then all of a sudden, I just seen that Keyshawn Nixon go up. I lost my mind. I'm usually really calm during a game, but Keyshawn was getting raked over the coals over the penalties today. And by the way, when he blew up that screen pass, man, what a play. What a play. And I think it was actually might have been a backwards passes while they were real lenient on him getting there a little early. No big deal because it might as well have been a toss, But we'll have to go back and watch the tape and see if it actually was. But I'm so glad Keyshawn got to pick that pass off because that was just like, okay, everybody shut up. Get off Keyshawn for just 2 seconds, right? He's not perfect. Nobody is. First of all, he's an undrafted free agent that we signed to be a kick returner, and now he's arguably our best cornerback, believe it or not, right? And he just made a game-winning interception in the end zone. Let's please give him his flowers for 2 seconds. So, yeah. How did y'all feel about the interception there at the end? How did you feel about Keyshawn Nixon? Again, some penalties, but the personal foul penalty was bogus. Yeah. I mean, there was a guy, Luther Burden, talked crap before the game and kind of hinted that he was going to be out there and be mouthy, right? He goes into their huddle where they're trying to huddle up, and he's just hanging out back there talking trash. Keyshawn walks up to him, says something back to him. He grabs Keyshawn by the throat. Keyshawn smacks his arm away, and he gets called for a personal foul.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see a punch. Did you?
No, he smacked the arm. Basically what Keyshawn needed to do was just collapse his knees at that point, and then it'd be like, oh, dude's choking me out. Like, that's your only option, or else the refs are going to get you every time. And that's your only option. So, it's
but I respect him, man. Grown ass man, dog. You ain't gonna put your hands on me, right?
Oh no,
exactly. And I love the Twitter people that are like, "Oh, you gotta be better than that." You got okay. Another man puts his hand on my throat. What? Hey guys, help!
Yeah. No, yeah. And if you're mad that Keyshawn said something to him, well, that's him sticking up for his teammate and protecting our huddle. So I'm not mad at all. Like I said, people owe K9 an apology, man, after this one for sure.
Basically had his hands on that pick too, on that touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, do we have an early coverage grade on him for PFF?
Oh, I can get you that, Tim.
Because I thought he looked okie dokie in coverage today.
Okie dokie. Keyshawn, we had him at a number 6 on the team, 66 flat. His coverage grade was a 71.5.
Woo! Let's go.
Put some spec on that man's name.
Come on now. He was out there for 67 of the 70 total snaps, looks like.
The ball that went through his hands, can we be real for a minute?
I mean,
that was a damn laser, too. Like, did you see the spin on that ball? That's what we're talking about with Caleb with a generational arm talent. Like, that was a cannon shot that if it's thrown, 5% less, Keyshawn probably picks that pass off. But it literally goes right through his fingertips and just lodged in the chest of the receiver, essentially. But yeah, I'm with you. Again, I'm not saying Keyshawn is a great cornerback and he doesn't deserve any criticism, but man, did he step up when it mattered the most today. So Randy Steen with the super chat. Wonder if Bears fans like throwing on 4th and short. Yeah, that's the Ben Johnson effect, right? Welcome to the Ben Johnson Club. So Let's see here. We got one more super chat, and then I'm going to show the handshake. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Dark Arts Poker with the super. Thank you so much. Jaden F. and Reed, what he means to this offense. Amen. I had somebody in the YouTube comments yesterday tell me that basically I was full of crap when I said Jaden Reed was the best receiver on this team the last 2 years. I guess you're forgetting the drops. You talking about the drops that were charted by PFF and picked up by Warren Sharp on Twitter and blasted out as if Jaden Reed was a horrible receiver. And then we go back and look at the drops, and the drops that were being marked were diving attempts and passes that were off the mark and him having to reach behind him and everything. Like, anybody who watches the Packers knows Jaden Reed has great hands, but arguably the best hands on the team, to be honest with you. So he's going to be huge, man. Once we get him back into the fold 100%. Anything else y'all want to add to Jaden Reed here?
Yeah, I mean, if you're still reaching back, to rookie year, nitpick stats to make your judgment on the way Jaden Reed plays football now, I don't know what to tell you. Bird is a valuable weapon on this offense, and I'm with you, Clay, man. I can't wait to see him 100% back in the fold, getting more snaps. I'm assuming week to week they're going to give him more snaps and more reps and work him back into the fold today.
Yeah, definitely.
What a dog. Missed him. Glad he's back. Just another thing to have at this offense that's explosive. I mean, you get him, you get Dobbs, Christian, and Reed in the trip set 2 times on a 4th and 3rd and 1. You get Christian on the quick slant the first time, and then the second time, or the deep cross on the first time. Second time, you got him on the quick slant. Christian being number 2 because you have to worry about Jaden Reed underneath. So it's just he helps this team, man. I'm glad he's back.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Thank you for the super, Dark Arts. Appreciate you so much. So here is the clip of the handshake we'll throw out here real quick. And again, we're just going to play it once. I got it at 50%, so you can truly appreciate it. That's what I thought. And, of course, we showed the clip. This is what Ben Johnson had to say back in January. Let's play it one more time in case y'all missed this.
I love that they clipped that on TV, too. That was perfect. No, that was perfect. Oh,
I was fired up that they did that. Here we go.
Dane Campbell, Kevin O'Connell. You're talking about 2 guys that are up for Coach of the Year awards as the season ends here. And to be quite frank with you, I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year.
What a tool.
Oh my God. Oh.
That's how it started. Here's how it's going. We're going 50%. Watch Matt. You're going to look him in the eye.
Matt with the Jordan tongue waggle. Yep.
Watch this. Look, yeah. Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, with the last touch, too. Yeah. Come on now.
Love it. Absolutely.
Matt said, I already started the plane for you. No worries, bud. I told him to get that thing warmed up.
He gave him the old, the hell out of here. Boy, what are you doing? You know what it reminded me of was Marcus Freeman after the Pitt game. Same thing he did with the Pitt coach who had been running his mouth all week. He just had the guy tried to dap him up and hug him, and he just, I got to go. I'm going. And they asked Marcus Freeman after the game. They were like, what'd you think? Handshake? I wanted to go celebrate.
Yep.
That's all. I just want to go celebrate. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, here we go. Josh Martin with the super. Watson is our number 1 wide receiver. What was Golden's stats? Golden only played 5 snaps, had 1 target. It was counted a target in the box score, but we kind of talked about what we thought there. I kind of felt like Jordan started to throw it to him and then thought about throwing it down to Brooks and kind of threw right in between them both. But, yeah.
But Matthew Golden with 5 snaps, Wicks with 6.
Yeah, I was going to say, what
happened there?
Tay Wicks not getting – and I don't think Wicks had any targets either. Did he get any targets?
No, looked like 4 passes. I don't see any targets, 2 run blocks. So
that's interesting, isn't it? So there's got to be some reason that obviously we've seen Bo Melton out there running –
Bo had 9 snaps. I think what was the key was Fitzpatrick had 30, Wiley had 22, and Musgrave had 21. I think we were in a lot of 12 bouncing back and forth, and you kind of just lose, you lose that third receiver, especially with Jaden Reed coming back. Jaden Reed had, I lost him, 25 snaps. So you just run out of places for people to have snaps at that point.
Right. I want to give this press conference a chance here real quick. We're at the 40-minute mark. I wanted to hear Matt's opening statements, but you guys know how low it is. Every time we do this too, the viewers just fall off because they can't hear it. So maybe I'll try to amp it up for everybody tomorrow. So Yeah, so in terms of Watson being our number one, let's talk about that for a second.
He's the best to ever play this game. I'm sorry. It's too easy. It's
I love it. So it depends on what you mean by number one, Josh. You know, some people, when they say wide receiver one, that just means he's the best receiver on our team, right? Well, okay, that encompasses a lot of things. When I think wide receiver one, he's a wide receiver one. I think of people like Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, right? Jerry Rice, these people that you have to account two bodies for them almost at all times. I don't think Christian's there yet. Now, is there an argument to be made that he's our best wide receiver? Yeah, I can understand that, right? But I look at that whole are they our best receiver based off of how they maximize their opportunities. And to this point in everybody's career of all the receivers that are on the team, I feel like Jaden Reed has had the most success on a per snap basis. But Christian Watson this year, guys, dang, this is different Christian Watson. I did not expect him to come out faster, better, stronger, more equipped. And we expected his hands to be better because he was going to be limited on what he could do with the ACL in the offseason. But boy, Tim, this dude, man, he's playing lights out right now, man.
You heard it from his mouth, man. Scoot told the media the day that they opened up the window and he was back at practice, and they asked him, well, how does it feel to get back out and give him? He said, hey, man, I never stopped grinding, not once since the surgery and rehab and everything. You know, no days off, and the hard work pays off. I mean, you want an example, there it is. And I think you're seeing that. You know, we talk about Jaden Reed coming back, limited reps and making an impact right away, very similar to how Christian Watson came back in his first action, limited snaps, and was effective right away. It just shows that the hard work pays off. And you know, Scoot showed up a little bit bigger, bulked up a little bit this year, able to take those shots. I don't think we're as worried about him with contact and things like that. So I think Scoot is that man right now, and I'm hoping that we're able to get it done and just go ahead and get him locked up for the foreseeable future here before we go into next season, man. Because I don't know if he's going to play on that existing sweetheart contract we got him on right now, right?
Yeah.
Emilio, I got a question for you, Emilio. So Watson was graded out as a top 10 wide receiver coming into this game.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have his grade for this game yet?
For this game, yeah, he would actually be graded out number one on our team, 44 snaps, 21 pass, 23 run block, and he had an 83.6 offensive grade prelim, 83.6 passing, 57 run blocking. They're cutting on my man's run blocking, but we all know that he can block and that
he's a grown-ass man now. And
hey, listen, if he grades out, if that prelim holds at 83, he's going to be top 5 probably by tomorrow. When we look at the grades across the league, he'll be a top 5 receiver in terms of PFF grade. And again, it's
I
not
can't believe they manned him up, man-to-man, zero coverage.
Oh man, I was screaming at my TV when I saw that pre-snap.
Even one high over the top on the second one. Like, dude, you cannot give that man a quick slant. That's like me having Clay. That's like me having a 99 Excel, 99 speed on my man, and I just hit him with a little out and up, and it's over. Just tap the button, give it to him. It's too easy.
Tap the button and grab a drink, Watson.
Yeah, come on now.
Yes, I understand. So, yeah, Watson's numbers again tonight, 4 targets, 4 catches, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns, a long of 41. I mean, he just continues to catch everything thrown his way. Appreciate everybody that jumped in. Just had a bunch of people climb in here on YouTube. Thank you all for making us part of your post-game festivities. Do us a big favor, smash that like button on your way in, crack open a cold one, and enjoy the show. We're going to dive into the playoff picture here in a second, which is going to be a lot of fun. So we got an update there. Again, thank you for the super chat, Josh. We got Mike Witt with the super. And watching the last month of Packer football, 55 needs to be getting more playing time. He has been so much more productive than Rashawn, in my opinion. When you look at the quarterback pressures, and I should probably not do this on the fly, but I'm going to check because, again, it all comes down to what are you asking them to do on a per snap basis, right? Like Rashawn Gary's being asked to do things different from Enigbari. We've seen Enigbari dropping into coverage a lot with the 55 drop we talked about. If we were to go to let's go to quarterback pressure percentage, and I'm not going to put it on the screen. I'm just going to read it for you guys. So if we go quarterback pressure percentage for the Packers, I'll tell you who is leading our team at the defensive line position in quarterback pressure. Quarterback pressure, Lucas Van Ness, number 1 at 13.7%. Okay. Warren Brinson, number 2 at 13.2. Rashawn Gary, number 3 at 12.5. Kingsley Enigbari, 12.4%. So he is right there with Rashawn Gary on quarterback pressures. Now, the problem is run stops. Gary still leads the team with 30 run stops, okay? And Kingsley Enagbare has 16. Gary's done that on 167 snaps. Kingsley's done it on 111. So Gary still has a higher run stop rate. So Gary, the better run defender, Kingsley Enagbare is a slightly worse run defender in terms of stops. And that, to me, that's the most important stat you can have in terms of run defense. And then quarterback pressure percentage, he's right there on Gary's heels. Now, of course, this doesn't include Micah Parsons, who's listed as a linebacker on NFL Pro. And Micah Parsons, coming into this game, was sitting at 20% pressure rate, which is just absolutely wild to think about. So, Enagbare contract year 2, right, gents? Am I thinking right?
Yep.
What happens there? Because you're seeing it flash more and more and more, right? Do you have to let him walk and just take a comp pick, or do you? I wouldn't consider him great. Would you guys consider him good or great? What's your opinion on that?
Pretty damn good right now. I mean, going back on the last, like you always say, try and take a 4-game saturation, right? Yep. And again, not starting, not getting starting reps, but maximizing every snap that he plays. So I don't know. I feel more comfortable answering that question towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
See how it looks the next few weeks. But I'm with you, Clay. I definitely agree that you're not in a situation where you can overpay him. But I'd hate to see him walk. And honestly, with what he's putting on tape now, he'd probably get snatched up pretty quick in the free agent market. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a tough spot to be in.
That's where the comp pick would come in, right, Emilio? That if somebody did pay him a significant amount, you get a comp pick. How do you feel about it, man? Would you consider him good or great?
Yeah, I'd probably say he's still good at the moment, but man, he's been coming up big for us. And you remember he's coming off that knee sort of tweak thing. We thought he was going to need surgery. He didn't, strengthened it.
My knee.
Happy for him, right? Because to be able to come back from like that without having to go through a surgery or anything, he's really stepping up. And it doesn't at this point right now. Everyone's a Packer. We're past week 8. You know, we're going to just keep our head down. This is this team for this year. I'm going to let Kingsley do his thing and just keep that rotation going on the front lines. You know, Micah can't do it by himself, or Sean can't do it by himself. You need everybody out there. You see Sorrell sticking his nose in there. And with LVN out, you need everybody to step up. So it's just something that's going to have to be. I think at the moment, though, Kingsley's good. Like Tim said, we'll see at the end of the year where he's at.
Yeah. Biz 1987 with the super chat. Typical Bears game, lesser team hanging around. Go Pack, go. Yeah, these division games, man, you got to kind of throw the records out the window. We say it all the time, right? When we play the Vikings again, they hung 37 points on somebody today. The Vikings did.
Yep.
That's not a slam dunk win when we go to Minnesota and play them, man. It really isn't. Division games are just a different beast, that's for sure. Thank you for the super. Appreciate you, buddy. Randy Steen with the super. Anyone mention the car crash between Coop and the running back? Let's talk about that, because I almost tweeted this out. I thought it was a rule that the running back can't lead with the helmet. Did they change that rule? Because I remember there were several.
No player can lead with the helmet.
Right. And isn't it amazing how if a defender does it, boy, totally different ball.
That's the flag automatically. Yep.
But the fact that he came in there and led with the crown of the helmet, I thought that there was a rule change there years ago, but maybe they just stopped emphasizing it, or maybe they removed the rule. I don't know. But that was a tough one to watch, man. I hated it for Coop because he's going in there playing with proper technique, and he just not expecting a running back to use the crown of his helmet as a weapon. You know?
I think he lucked out because most of that shot kind of hit the face mask, that kind of area of the helmet. So luckily, Coop's not concussed at all.
It looked like that Oakley tab on the top of his visor just snapped off. Yep, see you, buddy, gone. But my man Bull diving in there, setting him up. Bull had a couple of sticks today, dude. That I absolutely love that guy. They have him actually 4th graded highest defender at a 68.6. He had 26 out of the 70 total snaps. Just a dog. The only people to play actually all 70 was Edgerrin and Quay and X. So
wow,
just
I like that.
Just
says a lot about Quay Walker, right? I guess the stinger's not an issue anymore.
And we needed it.
He doesn't miss a snap.
How much did we need that speed, Tim? I mean, they didn't have an offense besides a boot left or right. You need that linebacker speed. Yeah, he got a couple. He dropped that one in on the sideline. You got a couple of the scrambles and touched it in at the toe taps. But dude, we needed that on defense.
Yep. We saw that versatility too. That we saw Hafley firing Quay a couple times, and we had Micah bailing out in coverage, which was kind of interesting. You know, you're dragging all that attention away from the line, and you got Quay Walker coming up the B gap. That's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Again, Randy, thank you for the super chat, bub. We appreciate you. All right, I'm going to play the audio one time through. This was the game-sealing interception. This is the call from Fox NFL. With Keyshawn Nixon getting that game-winning interception on Caleb Williams. Let's relive this for a second, y'all.
On the fake, Williams looking, throwing, it is intercepted! Keyshawn Nixon and the Packers will win it!
I love that Parsons went over to him too, got in his face, pointed at him. He pointed back at him. So he said something to Keyshawn. Parsons did. Micah did. And then Keyshawn said something back, but they were fired the heck up. What an awesome play, man. Again, so glad that Keyshawn gets that game-sealing interception. Absolutely awesome. So, all right. Mike Witt with the super says, I thought our run defense held up good today too, and we could talk about how ridiculously one-sided the refs were today. Terrible all game. The refs were horrible. So bad, man. I'm so glad we won, so we wouldn't be sitting here going, if we had that call go our way or that call go our way, we'd be, you know what I mean, sitting there talking about how that could have been the difference in the ball game. But in terms of the run defense, they got theirs. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we held them. They had 32 carries, 138 yards rushing, right? DeAndre Swift, though, 13 carries for 63 yards, a long of only 8. Kyle Monangai, 14 carries, 57 yards, a long of only 9. Okay. Caleb Williams, 4 carries, 15 yards, a long of only 6. Luther Burden, 1 carry for 3 yards. And my God, did Carl Brooks about steal that man's soul. Did you guys see that on the Luther Burden?
A little Tom trap? Yeah.
I came up off the chair for that one too. I was like, oh my gosh. I bet Luther Burden in a split second saw his life flash before his eyes when he seen big Carl Brooks in the not even in the gap. He was in the backfield just standing there like, where you going, little fella?
You saw the slow-mo, Clay. Like he like kind of was reading right, saw the pitch come left, and his eyes just opened up like, dude, I'm about to eat this kid.
That's absolutely awesome, man. So in terms of the run game there, again, they didn't get one explosive run. They were a top 5 rushing offense. They didn't get one explosive run. Did they give them pretty good grades, though, Emilio? Because I do feel like they were effective, you know, when
especially in that third quarter. That gassed the hell out of our defense. They had, what was that, like a 13-minute drive or something they had in the second half, or 9-minute drive? I mean, that's tough for any defense, especially in the elements, to, you know, keep your wits about you out there. But all in all, I agree. I think they did pretty good today.
Absolutely, Tim. DeAndre Swift was their 5th highest graded player at a 70.9. He had 13 runs. He had a 79 grade. Kyle Monangai actually was their least graded player. He had 29 snaps, 52 grade with a 57 run grade. But I do think that they were kind of cruising. We still beat them out in yards per carry. I think we were at 4.5 or 6, and they were like 4.3. So we still beat them out, though they did have more yards than us on the ground.
Nice.
Got it. Thank you for looking that up, Bob. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Mike. We appreciate you, sir. All right, let's go through the box score real quick, and then we'll take a look at the playoff hunt. If you guys would smash that like button, we almost cracked 1,000 live viewers just now. If you guys would just take a quick second, hit that like button if you haven't already. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. All right, so Jordan Love, 17 to 25 for 234 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. He was sacked 1 time for 14 yards. Probably that and the interception, which was kind of a tweener on the interception, but that sack was my only big negative play for Jordan. Was like, outside of that, can't take that sack.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to dirt it there, you know,
or just roll
tuck
right
it to the sideline or something.
Yeah, so that would probably be that and the interception were my only 2 negative marks that I seen on Jordan Love all day long, to be honest with you. I thought he played very, very good football. Do we have a grade for him, Emilio?
Mr. Jordan Love was third highest graded with 53 of our 53 offensive snaps with an 81-1, 79-4 passing grade, 60 run blocking grade. Okay, Jordan, getting out there. I see you. And they had him actually for 1 run as well. I don't know if that's the sack, but we'll have to double check that.
I will say this, Tim. Now Jordan Love is in the MVP talk. Last week, he was kind of outside of the top 3. He's already in the MVP conversation, but the 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. It's like, okay, put another game together like that. He won Offensive Player of the Week in the NFC, right? 3 touchdowns. If he doesn't throw the pick, we're going, okay, he's definitely in the conversation. But, boy, he's right up there now creeping up. I could care less about the MVP award. You guys know how I feel about it. But it's just awesome to see Jordan Love start to get some love, no pun intended, man. So, again, good day at the office for him, Tim.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a big fan of MVP awards, right? I mean, who cares? I'm sure Jordan would rather win the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Shout out to Jay Money for that nomination too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, can we talk about some of the quality of the throws we saw from Jordan?
Receiver
I mean,
10 yards.
Shut up, Corey. You know,
Corey's had a bad couple weeks, Tim.
That's tough.
That's Corey from Iowa, right? Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, Jordan was throwing some absolute dime pieces today, right?
Yeah,
Where's number 3? Because he throws dimes, man. I mean, line them up. That shot to Bo Melton was absolutely incredible. So yeah, the improvements there, it's been steady these past couple of seasons, but I'm with you, Clay. I think Jordan's rounding the corner. I think he looks comfortable out there and looks in command of the huddle, command at the line. You see us not having to burn timeouts like we used to, with play clock issues and things like that. So I think his command and the way he's playing the game is just really high level right now. It's great to see.
Yeah, respect Orange's short memory is Jay Love's gift. It really is, man. That he's definitely got that aspect of Favre's game, and you didn't really feel like Aaron had that. Aaron was the type of guy that, like, okay, I'm not going to take any chances here because I've already thrown a pick, or maybe the game isn't going the way we want. Jordan's like, hell with it. Let's go back out there and win on around, right? Keep taking shots.
Jordan's got that old Brett Favre quote burned in his head, right?
You think God never farted?
And I love the fact, Tim, that of all the things for Tom Brady to say, when he said Jordan with that throw to Bo Melton, Jordan Love with a dime right there, I thought of Corey right off the bat. And I went,
come on now.
Corey getting trolled by the GOAT now.
By 10 yards.
So, Caleb Williams, if you guys are wondering what the hell does that mean, you need to listen to Packernet After Dark occasionally, okay? And you can find that. Just search Packernet Podcast, where you can find this podcast and the Packernet Podcast by Ryan. And Packernet After Dark is where we have a voicemail where you could call in and leave a voicemail with your Packer take, and Ryan will play it over the air. So Caleb Williams, 19 of 35, 186 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, the game-ending interception. He also took a sack for a loss of 9 yards. Those numbers were very, very inflated in the second half. Of course, boys, going into halftime, Emilio, it was cheeks. Do we have a grade on Caleb Williams yet, sir?
All I'll say is going into halftime, Caleb Williams had going into the first quarter, 2 yards, and Mr. Taylor had 153. So, I mean, and still to end the game, actually, the punter actually punted for more yards than Caleb threw. If we're just keeping a tally, that's actually opposite of what Jordan Love did. But Mr. Caleb Williams on Chicago's offense was third highest graded at a 74.8, 76.6 pass, 55 run, and a 60 run block. So
you get a tip your cap. That's pretty good grade.
Yeah, not bad. If he didn't have a couple of those, that one throw that went through Keyshawn's hands, the one over McDuffie on the sideline, that's about it. I mean, and he threw that one curl route that was 15 yards. That was the best throw of his night, and that's about it. That's
a great point. United Bates here says Corey from Ohio sounds like Omer trying to disguise the accent.
Here's the guy.
Hit it for me one more time, Tim. Let's see if we pick up a little French accent here.
It might be a little by 10 yards.
I hear it. There it is.
That's a possibility.
Right.
I don't know. He kind of sounds like a Simpsons character.
I don't think he's coming back. Oh, my God, I love it. All right, so let's move along to the running game. Josh Jacobs, 20 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown, along with 21. Jaden Reed, like we said, 2 carries, 22 yards, along with 15. Emmanuel Wilson, 3 for 10. And Jordan Love ran one time, looked like for a negative 1 yard there. So, again, the team, 26 carries, 117 yards. Christian Watson leading the way, 4 catches on 4 targets, 89 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns, along with 41. Bo Melton, 2 targets, 1 catch, 45 yards, and a touchdown. Probably has a horrible PFF grade because of the penalty, but boy, Was that a great penalty or what, guys?
Yeah, that was a play of the game, man. At that
High
point,
football IQ play.
high football IQ. He said, "Boom! I'm a corner instantly." You know, he plays both
I'm
sides of the
trained
ball,
for
right?
this.
Yeah.
Bo Melton actually sixth graded with a 71.3. He played 9 snaps, 5 passing, 4 run blocking. He had a 70 flat on his pass grade.
Did he play any defensive snaps that we know of? I don't think he did, right?
I do not have him on defensive snaps, no.
Got it. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Jaden Reed, 4 targets, 4 catches, 31 yards. Luke Musgrave, 4 targets, 2 catches, 22 yards. Josh Wiley, 1 target, 1 catch, 21 yards. Josh Wiley's a damn gamer, boys. When you need him, he is there. I'm telling you right now, dude. That dude, it just seems like all he does is exactly what he's asked to do. He's not going to be a freaking superstar, and he's not going to drop the ball. That dude he just shows up every week. Love the fact that we got Josh Wiley. Tippy cap to Brian Gutekunst for that signing. John Fitzpatrick, 2 targets, 2 catches for 14 yards. So there you go. There's just kind of a quick rundown of the receivers. On to defense, Edgerrin Cooper led the way, 11 tackles, 5 solo. Quay Walker, 9 tackles, 3 solo. Evan Williams, 7 tackles, 4 solo. He prevented a couple of explosive runs too, didn't he? Just bringing the ball carrier down, Evan Williams did.
Evan Williams, highest graded player on the team for defense. He was an 86.2. Second highest was Nate Hobbs with a 71 flat.
Let's go.
Those numbers could change, obviously, but Evan had an absolute day. He was one snap shy of all 70 of them. Just crushing it, man. Greens across the board, mid-70s and up.
How many snaps did Nate Hobbs have?
Nate Hobbs had 10 snaps, 2 run defense, 8 coverage.
Got it. All right. Good deal, man. Moving along here, we'll kind of jump ahead a little bit. McKinney, 7 tackles, 3 solo. McDuffie, 6 tackles, 3 solo. And again, Quay Walker got the majority of the snaps, right, over McDuffie, right?
Quay was on for every snap. Quay was on for all 70. So was Coop. McDuffie had, 36 snaps.
Got it. Good stuff, man. All right. Moving along, Kingsley Enagbare, like we said, 4 solo tackles, 1 sack, a tackle for a loss. Carl Brooks with that tackle for a loss were just my favorite play of the game, and it was hilarious watching.
We know that one's making chalk talk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Keyshawn Nixon with the interception, of course, the only interception for the Packers. C.J. Gardner-Johnson picked that pass off of Jordan Love. Kick returns. Emmanuel Wilson back there returning kicks, boys.
Yep.
Looked pretty darn good, I thought. 2 returns, 55 yards along with 29. Bo Melton had 1 for 30, right? So not too bad there. And then Romeo Dobbs, again, I love him at punt return, guys. I know I'm probably in the minority there, but I am so comfortable watching Romeo Dobbs make a decision on whether to fair catch or not and whether or not he's going to catch the ball. I feel so good about him returning punts.
Like he did on that one, he let it drop right on the 10, and it went into the end zone for the touchback. Just, heads up play and sure-handed back there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. All right. And then Brandon McManus was 4 for 4 on all the extra points. I know he had the kickoff out of bounds, right? Big mistake there. But it is what it is. Daniel Whelan, 3 punts, 145 yards, 1 pin down inside the 20 with a long of 55. He is just so clutch, man. He's so money. And it sucks that arguably the best punt of the day, it was Matt Orzik got called for a hold, right? So that
but they got that hold, but they missed everything else, Clay.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
That was such a cheap holding call too.
Dude, and on some of those
That's
with
the
Micah,
one they call, like, wow.
Tim, I saw right on some of those with Micah kicking his leg out because Micah got past him. You kick your leg out times 2, and the ref's like, oh, no, that's not tripping. You kidding me? That's a normal block. I love throwing my leg out to do that. Like,
absolutely wild, man.
And it's wild because you look on the replays on a couple of these, and the official's like right there. Like, it's literally happening right in front of your face. Like, how are you not seeing that?
Right. It's so true, man. Howling Whataburger. Y'all got a Whataburger down there in Knoxville?
Clay, but they just got one. They just opened one over like Turkey Creek.
Is it open?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I might be actually making a trip over there tomorrow for Victory Monday. I don't know.
Let's go, dude. This won't
Come on now.
I need to make a trip down there and try it. I still have never had a Whataburger. I don't even know how to say it. Whataburger. How do you say it?
I thought it's a Whataburger, but
it's hard to say, right, Tim? Tim, say it quick.
Whataburger?
See, it sounds like Tim's saying Waterburger, and I can do that. But if I say Whataburger, I sound like an idiot. So I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Or an English teacher. The Cooper hit was earth-shattering. Thought Watson was clutch in the cold. Agree with all that. Not sure what the profile pick is there, but agree with all that. Emilio, you seen this profile pic here, bro?
That's you know what? I'm not even gonna get into that. That's Jacobs. That's Jacobs territory. I'm not even messing with that.
All right, that's why you guys need to watch on YouTube as well.
I'm not gonna lie, I was faded. I ain't gonna lie, I was faded. Like,
so yeah, the Cooper hit we kind of talked about, right? It was earth shattering, and Watson he's just clutch again, man. Let's go ahead and get the framework put together for that extension for him next year, man, for sure.
Yeah.
So thank you for the super chat there, Howling. What a burger. I think we got it that time. All right, let's get into the playoff hunt here. Tim, you ready for this, big dog? Let's talk about what's just happened today. So
Playoffs?
with all the games that have already finished up here, okay, and I'm assuming we're just waiting on the Sunday night game now, which is going to be the Chiefs and the Texans, which really don't matter. Here are your updated playoff seedings. Let's start in the AFC. You've got the Denver Broncos with the number 1 seed, the Patriots with the 2 seed, the Jacksonville Jaguars with the 3 seed, Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, the number 4 seed at 7-6, so they take over the AFC North now. The 5 seed is the Buffalo Bills at 9-4. They came back and beat the Cincinnati Bengals in the snow up there in Buffalo. The 6 seed is the LA Chargers. They play tomorrow night on Monday Night Football against the Philadelphia Eagles. The number 7 seed is the Indianapolis Colts at 8-5, although Daniel Jones did go down with a big injury today, looking like his season may be over if they haven't already announced that. They may be awaiting the final test there. So there's your AFC look. Now let's get to the important stuff. In the NFC, the LA Rams defeated the Arizona Cardinals, so they are officially the 1 seed at 10-3. Your Green Bay Packers are now the number 2 seed in the NFC at 9-3-1. They're also at the top of the NFC North. The Philadelphia Eagles are the number 3 seed before their game against the Chargers tomorrow. Let's say the Chargers beat them. Nothing changes. The Eagles are still the number 3 seed, okay, as that sits right there. The number 4 seed is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As they lost to the Saints today, they still maintain that NFC South lead at 7-6. That is the Chiefs division of the NFC. The number 5 seed is the Seattle Seahawks. How about a 10-win team being the number 5 seed? Isn't that wild to think about? Think about that, Emilio. That's the difference between that tie. And how many fans said, I'd rather us go down swinging and lose than get a tie? That's why Matt LaFleur went with the tie, yes. So that's the difference between being the 2 seed and the number 3 seed, I would imagine, is how that would fall. So again, Seattle Seahawks in the 5 seed at 10-3. The 49ers on a bye this week are at 9-4. They're the 6 seed. And the Chicago Bears now drop to the number 7 seed at 9-4. What's your all's thoughts on the playoff outlook right here? We'll start with you, Emilio. How do you feel about the NFC here and how everything's shaping up?
Yeah, kind of lining up like a battle like last year. You get the first win against Chicago, you might see them in the future. We kind of knew that was coming, but you just got to take care of your business. So in what's in front of you, we're going to get a perfect test next week against the Broncos, number 1 seed over there. See what happens. See how we handle that. Playing cross conference. Come right back, play the Bears again. Then you got another cross conference with the Ravens, right? Then we got to finish it up against the Vikings. So it's all coming. It's all coming to a head right now, man. I think we're in great shape. This win was huge. Keep that ball rolling. I think everybody needs to remember to put respect on Matt LaFleur's name in the month of December. I literally cannot wait to go listen to that man's presser, the after the game locker room speech. That man is a team player. He cares about this team. You saw him getting on Keyshawn. People that say he's a soft coach, yes. He can't coach hard or anything like that. The players don't respect him. Bull. I don't believe that. He has this team, and you need to understand what Matt LaFleur does in December.
Yep, he was full Tupac LaFleur mode today. Yeah, all day long. And yeah, I can't wait for the locker room videos.
His toughest decision today was what color belt am I to wear what color belt am I wearing today? To whoop that, I'm telling you.
Yeah, get a firm one that's going to hold up in the cold, right?
Thank you.
That's all you need, right?
That's a really good point about the schedule. I'm actually grateful for how the schedule winded up, fell into place this year, because this Denver game is going to be probably the toughest game we've played in a while. This is a tough opponent. This is late in the season on the road, up at Mile High. This is going to be a tough environment to play in, and a great primer as you try to grind out your season and win this division and, clinch your playoff spot. So there's a lot of really good teams in the NFC that we haven't seen. San Francisco kind of quietly having a really good year. You got the Chargers balling, like you said, the 10-win Seahawks, the Sea Chickens. They're relevant. These are teams we haven't gotten to see this year. And, getting a team like Denver, that's going to, Sean Payton and those boys are going to bring it. And that's going to be a real good challenge for this team. And, help us kind of see what we're made of, just in case we do have to, in fact, go on the road in the playoffs this year.
Yeah. I love what Bates says here, too. Looking all the way ahead to week 18, he says this Lions-Bears matchup here, that may turn out to be a win-and-end game. How awesome is that going to be in the cold at Chicago? Oh, it's going to be great.
Well, does this loss to the Bears today start that slide? I mean, they've been on a win streak, right? How can they handle adversity at this point?
Yeah, that's a great point. Very good point. So let's look ahead to week 15 now, all right? Let's just take a quick gander here. So we laid out how the playoffs look. We went ahead and gave the Eagles the win for Monday Night Football tomorrow, okay? So now we bounce ahead to week 15. What are some of the matchups that could affect the Packers? Let's focus on keeping the NFC North at bay, right? Let's continue to see those teams get beat down a little bit. The Browns are going into Chicago, okay? You'd like to think Chicago could take care of business there. We'll see, though. The Browns have one of the best defenses in the league. Their offense has been cheeks, although Shedeur played pretty good today, I believe, if I heard
he had
right.
like 4-1 or 3-1 or something like that. He threw for like 300 yards.
There you go. So maybe they can go into Chicago against that bad defense and take care of business. That'll be a big test there. And then you got the Vikings at the Cowboys. Really doesn't matter other than the Cowboys. They're sinking. They're sinking pretty fast.
Yeah.
You got Detroit at the LA Rams. This is one of those games that they're going to beat each other up a little bit, right? So let's say that the Lions go in and upset the Rams somehow, right? Do I think it'll happen? Probably not. With just that game alone, Seattle climbs to the number 1 seed and the Rams drop to the 5 seed. Let's say we go into Denver and take care of business. If that happens, Seattle will still be the number 1 seed right there with how everything lays out. Now, the Seahawks play the Colts without Daniel Jones. So Seahawks probably going to get the win. However, if the Colts somehow, some way pulled out a dub there, your Green Bay Packers would be the number 1 seed all of a sudden. There were fans calling for Matt LaFleur to be fired.
Yep.
And they're literally playing for the number 1 seed right now. I pause for dramatic.
Sit your butt outside.
We've got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. As a fan base, it's embarrassing as hell when we get so emotional like that. But let's say the Broncos do beat the Packers, and keep in mind, I had this as a loss in the preseason. I felt like the Broncos would have the upper hand at home against the Packers. Let's say that happens. The Packers would drop to the 7th seed, and with the Bears beating the Browns, they jump back up to the number 2 seed. Okay, so that's how quickly things can change here. As we talked about, if the Packers were to lose against the Bears tonight, we can flip it right back around next week and jump right back in the lead of the North. But if you go out there and take care of business, you're going to hold on to that number. You'll actually climb into the number 1 seed if the Colts could win that game. If the Seahawks win, you're still sitting there in the number 2 seed. So obviously we are Browns fans next week, right? We're also, I think we all agree, right? We want the Lions to beat the Rams next week. Would we agree with that? Well, there's some hesitation there. I think I'm on my own.
I'd almost rather them be out.
Just go ahead and knock them on out. So say the Rams win that, and then they would be the number 1 seed.
Sure. I'll still take a home playoff game. I don't really care if we get the first round. Yeah, it'd be cool if we got the first round bye. I just want a home playoff game.
Got it. Tim, you with him on that? You'd rather see the Rams win?
I kind of do.
I understand. Completely understand, man.
Plus, you know how much I love the Detroit Lions and their fans.
I just want to see if they lose a couple more, do the paper bags come back out? Like is
right?
Is it, you know what I mean? Like I'm just wondering how long they can hang on.
Talk to Lions fans, that never happened. They don't even know what you're talking about. They swear
they have them in the back seat, Tim. They're still in the car. We just don't bring them into the games each time.
Yeah. It looks like the majority of the people are saying they want the Rams to win too. So that's hilarious, man. All right, let's see what Spud Magic said here. Hey Clayton, you really called that too about everybody was on Matt LaFleur, but now look at us. Yeah, and it's not about saying I told you so, or it's just again just simmer down now. Everybody just calm down. There's a lot of football left, right? That's what blew me away was how it was so quick to like. There may come a time, and I even said that. I said, listen, guys, we may look up in 3 weeks and go, the Packers offense is sunk out of the top 15. and we're missing the playoffs, as bad as I hate to say it, there's a conversation to at least be had there. Like, okay, LaFleur, we need to see a big turnaround next year. I'm not opposed to that kind of conversation, but calling for a man to be fired when you had the third best record in the NFC at the time, it's a wild thought for me. So
You do that, you're going to get your ass kicked in that.
So week 16, Packers are going right back to Chicago. So let's go back to week 15 and say we do lose to the Broncos and the Bears take care of business. We go back in week 16, obviously. If the Packers get that win over Chicago, bang, we're right back to the number 2 seed, right? However, if we lose to the Broncos and then split with the Bears, the Packers are back down to the 7 seed. So again, we can lose the next 2 games and most likely we'll still be in the playoffs. Remember what I said, you can lose 2 games from here on out. We still haven't lost a game since I said that. So you got a little bit of cushion here. I want to see them go down to Chicago and beat them way worse than they beat them here tonight, obviously at Lambeau. So with
you
that,
think the refs were one-sided tonight? Wait till we hit Soldier Field in a couple of weeks.
All right.
And remember, like Bates pointed out, that was the officiating crew. He talked about this in our Patreon group. That was the officiating crew that typically leaned towards the home team all year long, like 66%. I think it was a 60% win rate for the home team. Of course, I guess they did win, right? So that continues to go up. Although penalties, I already closed the box score out. If you guys have that information, throw it out there. Last I checked, it was like the Packers had 55 penalty yards and the Bears had 15 or something like that. So
yeah, Bears were 4 for 17. We were 6 for 55.
There you go. Got it. Appreciate it. Seth Ruder with the super chat. I can't wait to sit on the toilet for Victory Monday and bear down. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I like somebody might have had some Hooters wings tonight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Appreciate the super.
You sure you didn't get something from McDonald's with Caleb?
It's his next stop.
No, you can only get that when you roll out right, Tim. That's it. But.
So another matchup there in week 16, kind of looking ahead at how everything lays out. You get the Rams and the Seahawks have to play, so they're going to beat each other up a little bit, right? That could potentially be the 2 best records in the NFC when they face. So that's going to be a fun one to watch. Trying to see if there's anything else here that grabs our attention. Not really in terms of huge playoff implications. Week 17 matchups, Lions and the Vikings, who cares? We got Baltimore. I feel really good about us in Baltimore now, how we're matching up. Do you guys agree with that? Early in the year, that was another one. It was like, that could be a loss. But how do y'all feel about how we match up against the way Baltimore's playing ball right now?
Yeah, I watched some of that game today against Pittsburgh, and I kind of came away feeling the same way. Okay. I don't think you can ever count Lamar out because we see that guy just do incredible things at will sometimes. But this Baltimore team is primed to catch an L. I really do. I think they're going to come up here and catch an L. Probably be a good game, though. You look at a lot of their games this year, I don't think they've been actually like boat raced. They find a way to lose some of these games. But, hey, that's a Harbaugh-coached football club, and, they've got some talent on that team. So, but I do think this is the year. I'm with you, Clay. I think we can get Baltimore this year.
Yeah. We got Caldwell Corner in the house. Says I speak for all of us when I say the Bears still suck. Everybody do me a big favor. Click on Caldwell Corner if you want to grab your phone or whatever else you got handy. Go to Caldwell Corner at the Caldwell Corner on YouTube and make sure you sub to Carson's channel. It's awesome content. And he's a great follow on IG as well. So make sure you hit him up on Twitter too. Somebody mentioned in here, I think it was maybe it wasn't Bates. Here we go. Spud Magic said Chicago is going to have to watch out for the Niners. They are no joke. As you see here in week 17, Chicago travels to San Francisco. So that could be another loss there. So let's say the 49ers pull that one off, right? The Packers, they would still be the 3 seed there if we before we play the Baltimore Ravens. But if we get the win there, obviously, looks like the Bears would still hold tight there with the number 3 seed at the moment.
Then we'd be Lion fans in week 18, huh?
Correct. Tim, you're going to have to get on board for that one, sir. Okay?
Rooting for or cheering for maybe, but I'm going to use that fan word in Detroit in the same sentence. No, sorry, not going to happen.
The moral of the story, the reason we did that whole exercise just now is to kind of paint a picture for everybody that we're going to be watching the Bears every single week from here on out. It's going to be neck and neck, Packers, Bears. And I think they proved tonight that the Bears are legit. They're a legit football team, man. They're scrappy as hell. If they had a quarterback who could play quarterback, I'm telling you right now, man, that's a whole different ball game tonight. And he has gotten better from last year, but still, that first half was just horrible, absolutely horrible. So, all right, Seth Ruder with the super chat. Musgrave, not enough to overturn. Williams was a pick. K9 got choke holder, and refs sucked. Didn't matter. Caleb sucked more. There you go. That pretty much sums up the entire game.
That's the game.
Yeah, you could put that literally in the ESPN, the right below the box score for the game recap. Just put that right there, copy and paste. You're good. So,
on top of that, Troy Taylor had more yards than Caleb Williams. Over.
There you go. All right, boys. Anything else y'all want to hit on before we get out of here?
No.
Anything else?
Great win. I cannot wait for Victory Monday, dude.
It's gonna be awesome, dude. It's gonna be awesome. So we will definitely go live. The plan will be somewhere around 8:30 or 8:45 a.m. for the morning show, Victory Monday. All right, we'll go ahead and get everything set up for everybody, and then we'll continue Victory Monday tomorrow evening, highlighting the PFF grades. But what we do on Victory Monday is we go back through and relive the best moments from that previous victory. So we'll get all of the broadcast calls. You'll be able to kind of relive those. We'll talk about which players really shined and kind of walk through, just kind of relive the whole win. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
we'll continue the December to remember for sure.
That is correct.
Can't let him forget it, Tim. What's Matt LaFleur doing December, baby?
Win ball games. That's what we do.
Come on now.
To the tune of 866, which went up again today. All right. And don't look now, but I think he might be in the top 10 in winning percentage all time now. We'll have to double check that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be right up there on the cusp of – that's all time, by the way, guys. That's since the NFL was established in 1921, I believe, is the official date that they acknowledge. So, Matt LaFleur, he's elite. We just got to get that ring on his finger, man. Got to do it. Got to do it.
Sure.
So. Seth Ruber, thank you for that super chat. But everybody with the super chats, y'all were way too generous tonight. Cannot thank y'all enough. Thanks to everyone who tuned in this evening. If y'all would smash that like button one last time. We did crack 1,020 live viewers between X and YouTube. Greatly, greatly appreciate everybody jumping in here and hanging out for the victory celebration, I guess you could say, the victory lap. If
I had a great time beating the Bears 2 times a year sort of feeling, Clay.
That's right. That is right. God, I love the fact that Matt the handshake was just everything.
The little tap, the little, let me get the last tap on the, good job, buddy. Nice try. I'm gonna keep you around. I'll keep you in the prayers tonight.
Yeah. I'm eager to see their press conference as well. And like I said, go and watch all the Bears post-game shows. But if you guys would do me a big favor, everybody hit like, subscribe, click the bell icon. If this was your first time tuning into the PTA post-game show, make sure you hit subscribe. Hop in here with us tomorrow for Victory Monday. We'll also have a show tomorrow night, and I'll go ahead and start diving into the tape tomorrow, putting together Chalk Talk, where we will actually do a film breakdown of the 10 to 15 most important plays from this huge victory over the Chicago Bears. And the best way to support what we do here at PTA is join our Patreon group, patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access. For Victory Monday, we're going to be giving away an autograph card tomorrow, a rookie autographed Jordan Morgan card. Really nice card here, man. One of those the shiny ones that they say are really, really nice. So we'll be doing that. And again, if you're a member of the Patreon group, member on YouTube, we just put everybody on the wheel and give you a piece of the memorabilia from my personal stash here at the house. So that being said, Tim, Emilio, appreciate y'all's time, man. This was fun.
Thanks for having us, man. You know we love talking ball.
Come on now.
All right, guys. Look for multiple streams tomorrow, but get up early, get that coffee flowing, get that diesel flowing, and we will see y'all in here at roughly 8:30 a.m. Central for Victory Monday. Again, the Packers defeat the Chicago Bears 28-21. We are now in first place in the NFC North, and all is right in the world. Now, everyone jump over to your favorite Chicago YouTube channel and watch the implosion occur here with all the Bears post-game shows. So everybody have a wonderful evening. My name's Clayton. This is PTA. That's Emilio. That is Tim. Everybody have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care.
Here we go.
Nice.
Bye, guys.